we should be live. Make sure everything's looking good. Which it is, of course. It is. Oops. Alright. We live. But how you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. That looks new. What's that? All the laughy faces. It's been so long. Well, yeah, of course. It has been. But for good reason. For good reason. So. But, welcome everybody to the back to the Wendelverse park. I haven't worked in this in quite some time. We are in the final touches of this park, so we want to get closer to finishing it and getting Wendelverse going. So we should probably get into that pretty soon, I thought. So we're going to be doing some good testing here pretty soon, and hopefully we'll get it launched sooner rather than later. Yes, SDC is in fact closed today and tomorrow. And we were supposed to be closed yesterday, but we were open yesterday. It was an added day that the park added, so it's kind of interesting how that works. So it was a very slow day because, again, it was a day that we were originally closed, so only people that saw the advertising and everything that would have even been there. But hello, Silas. All right, zoom out here. You can see that we are indeed here at Gold Rock Park. So we got some stuff to do. I'm glad that this road is actually not too far off from being completely done, so that's actually pretty nice. And of course, we have our walkway here, and you can get a little photo op with the Gold Rock Park sign, and then this is our little sidewalk that leads all the way to the entrance of the park. So feels like a reference to Ghost Town at Rocky Glen from that you just see. I don't even know. So if it was, if it resembles something like that, I wouldn't even know. So I made that design with not really any inspiration from anything in particular. So yeah, here's our walkway, and then you'll start to see the wood coaster, our PTC wooden coaster over there, looking awesome. This would be a long walk if you're walking into the park. Definitely would be a long walk. But the wood coaster is going to be the first thing you see of the park when you come in. Just watching an abandoned exploration video from Celebration City from a few months ago. I think I've seen some of those. Yeah, they've kept it in great condition. So this leads us to the little entrance area of the park, which is looking very beautiful. I made it very large. Here's the bus drop off. Our buses don't have wheels apparently. Apparently I never added wheels to them. There's our bus waiting area. There's also a guest spawner inside there. Trying to strategically place some guest spawners in some places like that. So I haven't seen anyone remake Ghost Town at Rockland. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I've ever heard of it. It does sound familiar, though, so maybe I have heard of it. We're not showing Shrek's grave. And then here comes the entrance of the park, which we have a nice little square up here, the nice little main street as you enter the park. And that will lead you straight down to, that is the main train station of the park right there. Well, we have a nice little main street where you could go right or left, and we're going to start off going left here. We have some churros and a Coca-Cola stand, which is actually gulpy soda, but, you know, there's not actual. And that leads us into the little plaza for Mississippi Corkscrew, the park's Aero Corkscrew model, built by Aerodynamics. And you can kind of see this is the entrance right here for the ride. You got a test seat, we got a height stick, we've got a note or our enter sign, we got an approximate wait time, we've got this little greeter here, we got an AED even. He's even got, look, we even gave him a little souvenir cup there, so when he does, to make sure that he's staying hydrated, because we care about our employees, you know? Care about them. And then we have a ride safety sign as well too. You could hold an annual marathon where people walk in the park, and then that sidewalk would be very useful. Annual marathon. It normally goes by Rocky Glen Park, but the locals call it Ghost Town. Okay. Classic theme park like Knoebels, gotcha. I don't know too many of those. I know Knoebels though. But here's our queue line. If we go over here, I even put in some fake vending machines while you're in the queue, because why not? And we have more queue, which leads up into the main part of the station. You can see we have our ride operators who are very much working hard, and they are very much hard workers at what they do. They enjoy what they do, at least they better. Alright, and here, this is where we also have wheelchair access, so we have these ramps that you would go up, and that would be the disabled entrance as well, so very cool. It's long since abandoned, but YouTube or videos of what? See, that's what I thought. I thought I may have seen like abandoned videos on what you're talking about. I'm not sure if it's the same park, but maybe that's where I've heard it from. Because I think, like, what you're saying is like I feel like I've heard of it before, but and now that you mention it being abandoned, I think I've seen some YouTube videos on it actually, which is pretty cool. And then over here, this is the depot, train depot, the entrance for the steam train, for the train ride. If we head back over here, we'll get a nice little plaza and great views of the corkscrew, Mississippi Corkscrew. Corkscrews go over the path. A very photogenic ride, for sure. And then, of course, we have Maniac Mouse, which is just a little wild mouse coaster that was thrown together. Nothing too crazy. Doesn't even have a queue, because it is going to be a very unpopular ride, I think. It's going to be one of those rides that won't last long in the park. Maybe for a few years, and then they'll get rid of it for something better. We head up these stairs. You can see that the coaster actually goes underneath this. And you get some other cool views of that. So, yeah, we're starting off with a park tour before we get into building more stuff. David, oh my gosh, coming with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I would love for you to recreate the Ponderosa Ranch in Lake Tahoe. I have been to Lake Tahoe, But I haven't heard of Ponderosa Ranch. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'll have to look it up, though. I think you said that earlier, but I just didn't read it out loud. But of course, the super chat made me... Of course, the super chat made me give it a little more attention. Sometimes I'm bad about reading. I'll read your guys' messages, but I forget to say it out loud. I forget that I'm like live streaming. But anyways, we have restrooms right there. But thank you again so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it so much. But this park looks so cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's turned out pretty cool. And again, it's very small. But that's the idea, is it's kind of a small, detailed, charming park. Just 5th best park. Something about the pathing that makes this park so beautiful. Yeah, I think when you do custom curbs, it goes a long way, and fencing. Like, that is not like just in-game fencing or in-game curbs. You build them yourself, put them in yourself. I think it goes a long way. And I like what I did with these little planters here. I wanted to do something different. You can see the different layers of planters going there, and I think they turned out really cool too. And I even changed the shading of the colors of the wood just for extra detail, because why not? Time City's #1, RV's 2, and what? 3 is Westwood, 4 is SDC Recreation. This is #5. I don't know. I don't know if I could rank my stuff. Anyways, we got a few stalls right there that look really cool, and I skipped over this ride, but we have this guy right here, another flat ride. If we keep heading down here, we're gonna run into a Pizza Pen restaurant. I want to do more detail on the interior. Again, I'm not very good at interiors. Very, very bad at interiors, but I'm trying to get better, but well, we'll see if our RV ever does get finished. I would hope so. Just came in. How many coasters you got? In this park particular, we've only got 3 again, but the idea of this park is it's going to be a small, charming little park, and of course, we are going to, this is the Wendelverse park, which everyone always asks me to describe what Wendelverse is, because not everyone knows what it is, but long story short, it is going to be a Discord server that allows us to play Planet Coaster in a very realistic way, like doing trademarks and all that fun stuff. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. We have the Mississippi Scrambler, another flat ride. Then we have this pathway kind of going up and over the steam train, because I didn't want to have too many crossings. So I made sure we had some ramps that go over it and such, because we don't want to have too many. Now we're all arguing of which park's better. RV's abandoned. It's not abandoned. It really isn't. But as for Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't know. I got my hands full right now with Planet Coaster, to be honest. And of course we got our carousel. I love how just the wood coaster peeks over the trees. Just a tiny bit. It's great. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to do in this park still. Like, not much. We've got all the rides in place. A lot of the details are already done. We got the Mississippi Tea Party. Sea of Thieves. I don't know. But if we continue to head this way, you can see this connects back over where that plaza for the Aero Corkscrew is. And this will lead us back to the other side that we didn't go to. We have a little railroad crossing. And we have the entrance and exit to the wood coaster, which is still unnamed, by the way. But it is the largest coaster in the park. You can get up and close a little bit right here. We got more restrooms right there. Another backstage area right there. Because we've been working on backstage areas and all that. And then this connects back to the front entrance. of the park right there. That leads us back into the main street. And if we head back here, it connects us back to the entrance. So you can see it's a really small park, but that is the idea. It is small. And then we can even go into these backstage areas. So this is the back of the buildings. Here's a little break area for some sorry, for some employees. We got a little payphone there. I forgot I put that in there. I love how there's I put a no smoking area, but I put a little cigarette butt container in there, which makes no sense. Because they wouldn't want employees smoking back here because it's literally right next to where the guests would be, but you know. Would you say I don't know in such a suspicious way? I don't know. Mississippi Monster. I think that's seems to be the front runner for the name of it. Campaigning that name forever, I know. Mississippi in front of every attraction. It almost basically is. Yeah, here's our backstage areas. This, again, leads back over here to the entrance, but this is all backstage here. Got a lot of vehicles and everything, and now we're back behind the Mississippi Corkscrew, and then we have a little path over here. This is a backstage service road. Wendelverse. Very soon. It's coming. Sooner. Soon. This year. Is the idea, anyways. But this is the roundhouse for the steam train, and this is kind of like a little garage for when they do work on the steam train and stuff. So we go over here, you can see this is where they have the switch track for the steam train. Right there. This is where it goes underneath Mississippi Corkscrew. Said soon 1 year ago. Hey, it just depends on the context. 1 year could still be soon. And this leads us to our MNC area. So we have the auto shop right there. Got some storage for some equipment and utility equipment and stuff. Some more storage sheds for storing other different things in general. Some crates, storage crates. We got the wood shop here. And then here's the MNC offices. And another little storage shed. Lots of storage sheds. A lot of little excavators and lifts, man lifts and everything like that. And then this is a service road that just kind of goes around the park. My gosh, what's with the Mr. Baldo stuff? And why did you name him that? So this is our little storage area. That's why there's a gate here. For any large storage, like, say if we were to have Coaster Track laying around, it would probably be in here. But that leads back to the main road over there. And then this is our employee parking lot. For the employees. That's back here. And that's what that leads to. Alright, so coming back through here. This is where we're in. There's a few more storage buildings back here as well. Steam Workshop. More storage here and a couple more maintenance buildings. And this is the back of some of those shops right here. Because this gate leads us where this area was. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. Thorough water treatment facility. I'm not entirely sure if there is or not. The employee parking lot is for the employees. Shocker. I know. It's not for guests. Imagine that. How would you go about making one? I don't really know. Well, like I kind of stole mine from an idea. I think it was No Name Landia had one, and I think I made my own, but like it was based off of theirs, basically. I want to say it was No Name Landia that I was looking at, and just kind of gave me that inspiration and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that is the park. If we exit out here, get a bird's eye view of all of it in its glory. The parking lot, the park itself, the entrance, and everything in general. Looking fantastic. Watching the Gubs pre-game right now. This park looks great. Well, thank you so much. All right. So I was walking around before the stream to kind of figure out what exactly I need to kind of work on. I'm going to start on this right here, because obviously we don't really have anything supporting this pathing right here, so for this these stairs. So we're going to start with that, and I think we're just literally just going to use a concrete some concrete pieces here, and let's turn down the size. I'm probably going to split it from the building though to fit it in just perfectly. If I was to put this on the other side, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be picky and not work as well. See, that side ended up working well, all right. But this side was this side's kind of like, nah, I don't want to be evenly spaced. Not for you. Okay, split from building. And now we can freely place this wherever we want. I want to make sure it's kind of on par and the same with that one on the other side, so we're gonna keep it kind of the same. Alright, we need a light one, small one coming in right here for this ramp piece. It doesn't want to line up over here properly, so imagine that. Alright, so we're gonna use a half piece here. It's giving us no choice. Basically, it's just easier sometimes just to do off-grid and just get it perfectly placed. I'm just going to use the smaller piece here to get it exactly where I want. And we can just slide this perfectly. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I think our exit's already good. I think we did that one. Yep, we did that one with the wood structure. What's up, guys? Let me get caught up with chat, sorry. I could probably upload the thing that I did make, by the way, the water treatment plant. Just spotlighted that. Yeah, I thought I saw you spotlighting it, actually. What do you think about the RMC merger with the Larson? I think it's cool. For both companies. That was when I joined. Never mind that. Made an inverted wood coaster for some reason. It sounds great. Don't know. I don't think I told you about the weekend. I got a golden retriever puppy named Cherry. Aww. Cute. Is there not one on the workshop? How would I make a water treatment? Let me see if I have it in my blueprints. I'm just gonna type water. Yeah, here it is. I think I just called it water pump. Like this, I suppose. Something like this. It's actually really, really simple. You just put it inside a body of water. Like that, so it looks like that. And then you can rearrange your pipes to go wherever, but I've had to do that a few times. And you rearrange the pipes to go wherever, and then that's about it. If this is what you're talking about, I mean, I can upload it if I haven't already. I don't think I have, but upload to Steam Workshop. Yeah. I'll just leave it as water pump, I guess. Time to make your water rides a little more realistic. Alright, on the workshop, it will take a second because it's got to do the analysis to make sure it's appropriate for the workshop. Usually only takes a few seconds, but there you go. When Wendelverse early release? Who said I was gonna do an early release? I might do a beta. All of it's gonna be legit, like it's just gonna take a minute, or it's just gonna be potentially reset, you know. When we do these tests and stuff, always make sure if you use like your actual parks that you're going to use in the final launch, actual launch, just make sure you want to make save it before you start the test, because when we reset, you're going to want to start over. Just to make things clear, that's what you're going to want to do. Okay, what else do we need to work on? I want to make the... Okay, I actually do kind of know. There's some lines I need to draw out here, just a few lines here I need to draw out from here that won't be too difficult. Oh, that is short already, so it doesn't matter. Just need to make some traffic lines here. You know, the fun stuff. This is where content really shines. It's doing this stuff. I hate doing traffic lines too. I'm glad that it's already mostly done already. The easiest way I do is anytime you're working on a park or working on something that has where you have to do this, just do a tiny bit at a time. Just a little bit at a time. For instance, all I really have left is this right here. I don't know if I really have many. Oh, I guess I got to do a few right here, but for the most part, I got all the major parts done when it comes to the lines here. Oh yeah, working with terrain, that's why I avoided it in this build. I was just like, I don't want to have to deal with that. It makes the process that much longer. That's why I said you want to do a little bit at a time each time you work on it, because if you leave it off for too long, and it's the last thing you have to do, it's the only thing you have left to work on. And that's literally all you have. You're just working on traffic lines the whole time. Thankfully, I don't have too many left here. Thankful for that. I just have a couple of curves. Curves are the ones that kind of left out the most of. Okay, we can go there. And I just need to do this and this, which is not actually that much anyway, so. Very, very little. Just make these curves here. We'll be in good shape. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. All right. This one will be quick and easy because we just got to go up here. 90-degree turn. Oh yeah, terrain. Your terrain is very terrain based. It is. Very much so. So I try to make this traffic work properly here. So if you're going in from this way, obviously just take the exit here. I'll take you right into the park. And straight away here, if you're exiting the park, you can go right to continue on that road. Or if you're going left, there's a little traffic light here. Turn left on that part of the highway. Obviously this highway is going this way. If you're turning into the park, just get in the turn lane, and it'll turn you on to that same road as the exit. So it kind of makes sense. And hopefully this road is long enough that would be able to hold all the cars, because that's one thing is I made this road really long, so all the traffic can be held right here, basically. And it doesn't hold up the highway, hopefully. Hopefully it wouldn't. And same when exiting as well. Alright, I think I got rid of that already. We can actually do the terrain here and close this up. That was never there. I have another guest spawner just hanging out here though. I think that was the one that was in there. I'm gonna move over there because I'm going to attempt to try and get a guest spawner somewhere over here. That makes sense. I got one right there, but I haven't covered it up yet. I'm gonna try and cover it up, maybe. We'll see. I never said I was gonna keep that. Never did I say that. It's just the generic entrance that's already there for the park, so. I have never said that. Why would I have any use of keeping that original entrance? Or that original guest spawner there? A natural cave? I don't remember this, Silas. To find it, you're gonna have to go probably through hours upon hours. It's not worth it. Going through live streams, and you're gonna have to just keep listening and figure out where it's at. You know how many live streams you'd have to go through and hours of footage just to find me saying that? And if you find it, all I'm just gonna say is just like, oh, okay. That's literally all the reaction you're gonna get out of me. So, I'm gonna say it's not worth it. Not gonna be worth your time looking for that. I vaguely remember what he's talking about, though. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. I almost want to say I remember just so he doesn't waste his time. How do I have -1 concurrent viewers? What? How could I have negative viewers? What are you talking about, YouTube? It says I have -1 viewers right now. Oh, that's great. Well, like one part says 9, and then the bottom part says -1 concurrent viewers, and I'm like, YouTube? Having a few extra drinks tonight. I think YouTube's a little drunk there. Because that ain't right. Alright, now I'm back to 0. Cool. I don't think the view count's isn't always accurate on live streams. I've had it say 0 before, and then just like multiple people in chat at the same time, and I'm just like, what? Yeah, I'm like, that looks like 0 people. Totally. Absolutely. I should probably select these before it's too hard to select them. And move them out. What is... Oh, that's one. Move them in a place that I can get away with. I'm just gonna sink them underground. And that way, if I ever need them... They're under the employee parking lot. Don't ever let me, forget it. I'm not checking general. I'm live streaming right now. I told you not to look for it. But you did anyways. Like I said, my reaction is gonna be, oh, okay, fine, sure. I get it. You found it. I already understand what it is. And like I said, I'm just gonna say, oh, okay, fine. Yeah. Yeah, what is a beer cave? What is that? What are you saying, bruh? What are you saying? Is that part of that? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's edit. And I'm gonna go over here in this backstage area, sink it underground, and it's there in case we need it. That way it's there if I want it. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and fill this roadside up with the trees now. Mr. Baldo's den. Lots and lots of trees. That's what the people want. More and more trees. I told you, we're in the final detailing stages, so it's going to be a lot of stuff like this, just filling in everything and filling in our gaps and making sure that everything's done and looking complete, looking finished. I need to fix the parking booths there because there's it won't take me but a second, but I've been holding it off and keep forgetting to actually do it. I gotta go in there and kind of do some finishing touches on them because I just kind of made them as a placeholder, but I mean, not really a placeholder, like I'm gonna use it the way it is, but I just need to actually complete it. I didn't finish the actual booths, as you can see. That's the portage is just kind of small, so like I'm just gonna add more supports and make the booths a little bit more detailed. Everything's just gonna be more detailed. That's all you need to know. I'm gonna go on the terrain painter and fix some of this terrain painting too. Make it look a little bit better. Finish up the trees here. Trees, 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 and more trees. You know, adding all this actually adds on to your park rating. Your scenery rating from your park rating goes up, even just by adding trees. Even if it's not directly inside your park or something, like it will attract more guests to the park just by placing these. It's ridiculous. But I'm gonna make that Planet Coaster 2 video of where I'm gonna state everything that I want in Planet Coaster 2. Basically my ultimate theme park sim. What's up, Dr. Puffin? How's it going? Why does it have to be a bear cave? Why does there have to be a bear in there? But actually started on that video and I did the intro to that video. It's gonna be lots of segments broken up and I have no idea how long the video is gonna be, but it's probably gonna be close to an hour if I had to guess. Maybe less, but that's just my guess. For some reason, something tells me it's gonna be like 56 minutes long or something like that. Something ridiculous. Because there's so much to discuss. There's so much that I want to go over of what I want in my ultimate theme park simulation game. And could you imagine if Planet Coaster 2 had every bit of it? It's not going to, but if it did, I mean, there's always that possibility, but you know how much content they would have to put in one game? That would take a long time to do, and just, that would be a lot. Big ask. I want more trees. I think it was Tangle from the Discord, but he suggested a little terrain or a scenery brush where you could select the items you want randomly in the brush, and you could just like paint it kind of, and it'll place all those items on there. So that would be very useful for trees and making forests and stuff, and save me time on what I'm doing now. And you can like edit the density, like how thick, how many items you want, or less items in that area. So you can make it thicker or less thick, like, you know, whatever suits you. Whatever suits you the best. I'm gonna take the trees out of here. There shouldn't probably be any trees in this storage section. Just realized that. They'd probably take all of them down. Again, this would be the area where they would store all of their, like if they were building a new coaster, this is where they'd be storing their coaster track, right here. In this little plot right here. But, alright, I'm gonna go back in here, because I didn't finish placing all these footers down. Like, they're in there, but I just need to, since I copied and pasted them, I just need to go in and define or pull these up where they need to go. So the footers were already in place. We just gotta reposition them to fit the terrain. That's all. Up a little bit. This one up a little bit. And I was thinking about going in and also placing down more wide supports. That's why I haven't deleted the ones I got, because I'm probably gonna go in and place some place a few more down. Maybe. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see, you know? Oh, autosave. Dang. Have a ride themed to Bear Cave to tribute to the... Oh my gosh. Why are you obsessing over this cave idea? This cave thing? Now you're like having obsessions with that. The ultimate obsession for Silas would probably be a cave, a Shrek cave or something. I don't know. An ogre cave. I don't know if ogres ever lived in caves, but... And I ruined it. No, I didn't ruin it. No, you probably think that's a dream. Anything to do with Shrek is a dream. It's a perfect dream for Silas. He wants that Shrek DLC pack. I still can't believe I agreed to bury him in multiple parks that I have. Why did I do that? Why did I agree to that at all? That's my question. Okay, if I was to place more of these, if I do, which I'm not sure if I'm going to, where would I put them? Maybe on this airtime hill? Maybe. Probably find like one of the shortest ones here. These ones. Let's try out these ones, maybe. Or should I go the second tallest? I think these ones would probably work fine. If I can get them in the right position. These supports are a little wider, so I'm still trying to get them to where they would work properly. where they would still look good. I like it right there. I like it right there. I like it right there. I just want to do more advanced structures here going in. Just want it to look and feel right. That's why I created that sec, to make it a little bit easier to do some quick custom wide supports for wood coasters. There we go. Alright, we got a few extra supports there, looking nice. Oops. Gonna go on a walk at you. No idea you agreed to that. My ultimate goal was to get him in every park. Oh gosh, just joined this. Supposed to be CCI. It's actually a PTC. We're going with PTC for this one. I don't think CCI was around for the time period for this park, so otherwise I probably would go CCI. I think CCI was 80s, 90s, I think mostly 90s, but I could be wrong. But I'm actually going to say PTC for this one. PTC's been around a long time. Long. Hi from Miami. How's it going from Miami? I've never been to Miami. I've been to Orlando and Tampa, but I've never been to Miami before. Yeah, how's Miami doing? Good. Good. Well, I'm up here over in Missouri, so... Missouri. Some of us call it misery, but, you know. However you want to call it, you know, it doesn't matter to me. Charlotte, North Carolina. Nice. I'd imagine you've been to Carowinds then. Alright. So the wide supports are going in. Well, howdy, Dylan. That's what I call it, misery. Misery. Home park, but the new area, it took 1 hour for a Zamperla Disco. Yeah, Aeronautical Landing. Isn't that open now? I want to say yes. Missouri. No. Don't ever call it Missouri. I hate it when people call it that. It's so awful. Oh yeah, I live out here in Missouri. Like, Missouri. It's an I. There's an I at the end. What word with an I at the end has a? Like, Missouri. There's an I. Missouri would sound even closer. Well, what would be the definition of that? Multiple Missouris? Missouri? Hey, Poe, what's up? Joe Tezuma's Revenge. I should get a shuttle loop and name it that. See, Arkansas should be Arkansas. That's the actual name of it. We should just call it Arkansas. Arkansas. That's the actual name of it. Arkansas. Or I guess you could call Kansas Kansas. You gotta keep it consistent. So it gotta be one or the other. It's gotta be Kansas or Arkansas. One of the two. You can't go in between. You gotta choose one. You can't have both by doing that. Just gonna confuse everyone. America, explain. There we go. That should be good. I like it. Might even add a couple more over here. It's probably the last one I could use with this size. I would probably have to go with a smaller size if I went further than this one, but it gives us some more wide supports on this turn. Alright, let's go to the smallest one here. We just need one. We're just going to take one side. We're just going to pick one side. And go in. To move our... See, these are so wide, like, it doesn't match up properly right there, so it's kind of iffy. Sus. Oh my gosh. Among Us stream. I've never played Among Us. So, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, where's these guys? I want these guys. These little brick pieces are going to pave our road here. They're gonna guide us. Guide us very, very well. We're gonna go with the terrain here. Everything's gonna be just fine. We're gonna just let it guide us. It just kind of flows with the terrain a bit. Oops. Oh. That's right, they're not part of a building. I should have saw that coming. Okay, so now we're point here. We can do this. And we're just kind of gonna climb up here, climb up this hill. And we're gonna go back down the hill. Basically, I don't like how I want to have a more smooth transition between the road here and the grass and everything. We're just kind of making a kind of paving the road. Not really paving, but like directing the road in a way here. This backstage road, kind of giving it a actual legitimate path to kind of follow with these bricks, because we've used them before and they seem to work pretty well last time, so kind of just separates it from like the foresty area, and this is where the road actually is. Kind of weird. Yeah. Signs Revenge is permanently closing at Universal Studios. Really? I'm not gonna be able to. Glad I got to do it at least once. I've done it one time. I think it was closed the last few times I've been there, so I'm glad I did get to experience it though. So I have experienced it before. Back in like 2016, I think. I didn't know it was permanently closing though. Wonder what they're gonna have replace it though, because now you have that space there. So interesting. I'm thinking the right thing. Gonna add a spike to it. Yeah, it's kind of like a walkthrough attraction. They have like some kind of like actors and everything guiding you through. It's almost like a tour slash walkthrough, and it's kind of like also mixed with like a show. It's kind of it's interesting. You'll probably find it on YouTube of what it consists of. So. Yeah, it is really, really pretty. I thought it was cool. I thought it was awesome. Like, I wasn't expecting it. Like, when I did do the experience, I thought it was pretty awesome. It was just fun. In general, so. Redemption. But hi, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are still doing awesome. We got the new episode of the Challenge Park out. Things been great. I don't know how long I'm gonna live stream for. Probably not super long. Nothing too crazy long. Just so you guys know. I'm gonna keep it relatively small today. I just wanted to work a little bit on here. We might actually do Sword Art City, one of these streams here pretty soon too. So one place to get these. I got a lot to do in Planet Coaster. Lots to do in Planco. Project-wise, I got so much to do, so much to get going, to get done. Alright, let's take a little bit of an adventure going this way. Now we can use the terrain paint to kind of fill this in with whatever we want. And it doesn't have to look neat, so we're gonna try and soar through this pretty quick if I can. If I'm able to. All right. Yeah, everything's looking good. You'll start to see the steam train tracks right there. I have a little access point to the train right there, so it will be kind of open. Bum bum bum. Are members ever gonna have any benefits besides members only just streams? Yeah, you got tons of benefits. They are pretty good. I mean, you get the emojis, and you get those little badges next to your name. I want to do more. I just don't know what else I can do. I mean, obviously we want members. I want members only content and everything, like we have been doing, but but the thing is I always feel like bad. Like I don't want there to ever be like content that, you know, people don't get to see at all. You know, unless you're. I mean, maybe certain things would make sense. Maybe like more behind the scenes stuff, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Just don't really know too much. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put some dirt on everything. Basically, it looks like there's concrete there, but we're gonna make it look like there's a lot of dirt kind of around it, kind of just sprinkled on it. So you have like lots of trucks and utility things coming through. You know, it's gonna have a lot of dirt and stuff kind of over it. So that's kind of what we're going for there. Have a good just need some good transitioning spots for that, so bum, bum, bum. Alright, I'm finally think I'm gonna go ahead and hide these wooden coaster supports underneath so we can finally fill this area in with trees. Oh, I'm still editing that building. We don't want to be doing that. Yeah, I saw RMC and Larson are... Yeah, I saw that. They are merging their companies together. Don't really know what that's gonna mean, but I guess we'll find out maybe someday or soon. Sometime soon, maybe. Who knows? I wonder if Planet Coaster 2 would have a new soundtrack as well, or if it... Or maybe it would recycle a lot of the old one, or just kind of be reminiscent of the old one for the first game. I'm curious. Downloadable park with just toolkit items that you have. I don't know if you'd want to do that. Just download the ones that you want. You're gonna get a lot of useless stuff that I don't even want in mine. I'm not entirely sure why people want me to do that. I've always just gone through the toolkit items, get what I want, and install the ones that I want. That's me personally, like, just go through the toolkit items. I just stay up to date with them. So like every so often I'll just do recent and then go through the ones that I haven't gone through yet. I mean, if there's specific items you want, just look at it. I mean, I don't know, like, I don't really get why I would want to literally take my time, or not like take time, but like make a park and just place every single toolkit item that I have, like all of these. You want me to go down and place all of these and then upload it to a park file? I get it, because you want to download everything that I have just in one go. Even though that I hate doing that. I hate having to download a park's toolkit items that I don't have. I guess I just don't understand the premise of why I'm being asked to do that. I mean, really, if you want a lot of the stuff that I use a lot, just download this park or some of my other parks where I use those toolkit items. But I don't know. I just have so many useless toolkit items that I don't even really use, but I got it because of downloading other parks, if that makes sense. Because, like, I really don't want to just go open a park and then just place down every single toolkit item that I have. That's going to take ages, by the way. Because there's a lot of useless ones. I mean, obviously I could leave the useless ones out, but then I'm going to have to filter them out and only place down the ones, figure out which ones that I use the most, and... I just kind of built it up over time by just paying attention to the workshop, you know? I mean, there's a lot of Theme Maker's Toolkit items, but you can probably just go through and find the ones that you want. Just put on recent, find and look at the recent stuff. I don't know. I hope I'm not being mean by saying that. Like, just like... I just don't get the idea of... I mean, I get it, but, like... Trust me, you don't want all that stuff. You should probably just get the stuff that you want. I don't know, it's just... To me, it's kind of just like asking someone like, hey, do this work for me, so I don't have to do that much work. Not saying it's a mean question or anything, but it's just kind of how, like, hey, find all this stuff that you use, and so I don't have to. Again, I'm not trying to be mean in any way, shape, or form, but... But what I would literally recommend is just download somebody's park that you want a lot of toolkit items that they use. Just download one of their parks, and whether it be one of mine, which I don't know if I have many that have... Especially, this one uses a lot of the main ones, I suppose, but... the only thing I would say is make sure you get a hold of the... these guys, these wood pieces. Get all those. You're gonna use them a lot. That's all I'm saying. I like going on the workshop and just going through what I want and stuff and figure out what I want. I need to go through all this anyways and get rid of the stuff that I don't want in here, because there's a lot in there that I don't use, and it just came from downloading other parks that I wanted to look at. That's where a lot of stuff came from. Like, I don't remember, I never downloaded these surfboards. like myself. Oh, and then there's Shrek, of course. But I'm scared to get rid of some of them because I don't want to get rid of something accidentally that I do use, so by accident. But then again, I can always just reinstall it or re-download, no problem. But you know how things are. When did I accidentally favorite that? But I've seen people that refuse to get Theme Maker's Toolkit items because they say it slows down the game. When honestly, look at all the items that I have. And it doesn't slow down the game. When it first started, when the game first came out, yes, they had an issue where it took forever to load the game up. But they fixed it, thankfully, before they stopped updating. So I don't know why some people have a problem downloading it, because it doesn't slow the game down anymore, really. I don't know if there's really a limit on Theme Maker's Toolkit items, I don't know, but... It's an interesting question, though. That is a big frog. My outlaw run signs. Got that one. This one. And the best new ride. Still can't figure out why the glitches happen, but... I think the best time traveler sign that turned out was this one. One of my best signs that turned out with no glitches, no nothing. It turned out just nice. Was this one. Because I keep trying to do this time traveler one, but it keeps glitching on me. So you can see it doesn't glitch on those two letters, but it glitched on the rest of them. Such a bizarre glitch that I can't figure out. Because I tried this one so many times, I've tried it at least like 5 times now, and still can't get it to work. I don't know why. Can I search it by my name? No. Okay. I didn't think so. I didn't think so. But I was just checking. That was my tutorial popcorn sign when I was doing the tutorial. Trying to figure out how to make these signs myself. But anyways, saving. Did it autosave without stuttering, or what? What's going on there? What happened there? Okay, what do I need from here now? Not a whole lot to do. I mean, there's always stuff that I'm going to forget. I know it's going to happen. But, you know. Mississippi Monster POV.
I know. I don't know where the train is. Here it is. Coming back into the station. Go! Go! I must have 2 trains going on. Oh yeah, I do. Go shoot some hoops. Nice. How do you make your own toolkit items? It's not fun. I think there's a couple different programs that you can use. I use Blender because it's free on Steam. It's pretty challenging. You're gonna have to look up multiple tutorials, and it's just... it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's an easy way to get frustrated. I got finally to the point where I can kind of make some simple, like, just signs. That's all I can really make in there. So I've made just a few signs, but that's it. And I still can't figure out why some of them glitch. Sometimes it still glitches on me, and it's inconsistent, so I can't figure out what's causing it. So, like, I'll do the same steps, like, 3 different times, and 2 of the times it'll glitch out, and the other time it won't. So... will I make a toolkit item for the right price? I mean, I guess. It depends on what you want me to make. And of course, it's got to be simple, too. Reminds you of Screaming Eagle. Rare cave PvP. Screaming Eagle's fun. It's a good ride. Got some good airtime, actually. Some really good airtime on Screaming Eagle. Welcome to the Mississippi Corkscrew. Another thing for Planet Coaster 2. Yeah, just some more options on water rides too, and I think they should add a few more water rides at the same time. Turntable on the rapids, and then also a rapids vertical lift with drops sections and stuff like that. Also essential, I think, as well. Yeah, Splash Battle would actually be really cool too. And you can put interactive water guns on the outside of the ride too. Yeah, we need more water ride options, I think, too. I feel like it very much lacking in that, because I mean, you got the log flume, the rapids, and then like water coaster. That's it. Kind of seemed like they weren't interested in doing water rides all that much in the game, so
But being a theme park game, I think it was essential to have the river rapids and and of course the log flume, because I guess you have the boat ride, but a lot of people are disappointed in that. The way it turned out. The Armada. And we have Maniac Mouse. Grandpa Joe's fishing tour? What? Yeah, this is why I always do seat view on this thing, because it kind of goes crazy if you're on the bumper view. So your jet skis would be fun too, like the ones on Legoland parks. So much. Yeah, I love how like on the top of this you can just see nothing but trees and stuff like in the distance. To me that's just perfect. Look at just the view you get from some of these rides are just great. This coaster looks kind of actually good. It's got no theming, it's in a little concrete plot, it's kind of eh. Dunk, and you bump into the other cars. Dunk. It does give good views, I'll give it that. Wonder if maybe I can do a catwalk on the, like, all of this, so like it makes more sense. So like if you had to be evac'd and everything, just walk along this catwalk the whole way, instead of making stairs going down. Only problem is you're gonna have to do it for the entire ride. Which I actually did a good portion of it already. I actually think it kind of gives a good look for the ride too. Kind of looks cool with it. Plus it makes inspecting the track kind of easy for maintenance as well. Just having it through the entire ride, kind of like a wood coaster. Kind of my idea here. Let's see what it looks like on ride though. With that. Tacoma Madhouse. Why does everything have to be bolted? Baldo. Whee! Whee! Hey, look, steam train. Hey, EG trains. Welcome back. It's crazy how it just bumps into it no matter what. Might as well just connect it all. I actually think I'm gonna might add one of those to the employee drive here. Makes sense to me. Is this one animated? It is animated. But I still like the other one better. I don't know what it's called. I tried putting it in crossing, but it didn't pop up, so. An easy way to figure out the name, go to the one that I already have and see what the name of it is. Beam barrier. Is that what it's called? Boom barrier. Boom. Boom barrier. Boom. Employees only. Dum, ba-dum, 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 ba-uh-huh, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba, ba-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ha 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 ha. We're just trying to get maybe a D to be to 3D grass in here. Because why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not?
trying to make it a little bit random in spots, if we can. Random is good. It still allows us to add a bit of detail to the between these two pieces here, the road and the sidewalk. It's at least something. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? That back a little bit. Very carefully place all this down to kind of close up some holes. Yeah, we need kiddie rides. Really tiny kiddie rides. Poor little kids don't get to ride anything. Because they're too young. Bum 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 ba da dum ba da dum ba da dum ba da dum. Stormbreaker's better than Lightning Chaser. Huh. That's funny. Yeah, I kept this pretty clear because I wanted to make sure everyone could see the sign. Gotta be able to see the sign from the road. You know. You know, you know. powered coaster would be cool. I agree. I do. But basically what we're trying to do here is get everything treed up. Lots of trees. Big bushes, trees surrounding everything. Just trying to make the area, everything, feel a little more completed. Boop, boop. 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 Beep, boop. Mercy Day. There is no mercy on Mercy Day. It is true. That is... Man, it's so many hours. I get if they want to give them some ERT, man, but... My gosh. Like, why does anybody need an hour before opening and then 4 hours after close? Like, till midnight. Till midnight. That's overkill. And it's not even good ERT. Because there's so many of them. There's still going to be massive lines for the rides. Because there's only like a specific few rides open. So like, I don't think all of the... Not everything stays open. Like, only the major rides stay open. So like, not even the whole park's open. And you got like... Probably like 15,000 people still on park, which is still crazy busy, so you're still going to have crazy lines even after the regular guests leave. So it's literally worthless ERT because it's not really ERT. Because there's so many people there. It's just like going on a super busy day. So like, if I'm part of Mercy, I wouldn't probably even go because like, because of how crazy busy it is, even with the ERT. The ERT is too busy. I don't know, it just doesn't make much sense in general, so... But, hey, I guess Mercy gives SDC all this money, and SDC's like, 5 hours of ERT? Sure, here you go. We'll make our employees work 15, 16-hour shifts that day. In the middle of summer. Yeah, why not? Actually, it's longer now, because I just realized that. Because now on Saturdays, we're open later. We're open till 8 now on Saturdays, and they still get the 4 hours. So, legitimately, it's even worse now. I think we open at 9:30, so we would open at 8:30. Yeah, we would open at 8:30. So the park would be open 8:30 to midnight for Mercy. Rail Media. I was probably there, man. Like, I don't know which shutdown it was, but we shut down a couple times yesterday. One of the shutdowns was, it was kind of funny, because, so, this lady tries to get my attention. Oh, I think we're auto-saving. It won't let me do anything. This lady was trying to get my attention. I was on load side, and she, oh, no, we're good. And, I was like, hey, what's up? And everything. I was like, who knows where this is going? And she's like, my daughter just got off the ride, and her restraint wasn't locked during the ride. Do you guys check the restraints, everything, and all that? And I was like, I can assure you it was probably locked. And I was like, we check every single cycle. Like, we didn't miss anything. And everything. And she was just like, well, she's ridden it before, and she's never... Because I explained to her, and I was like, it was a little girl, so I was like, with how small she is, and the bar was probably all the way down, and she's gonna have space in between her and the bar, which is normal. Which I told her, and I was like, so she was probably just getting a little airtime. She was just kind of coming out of her seat a little bit. That's normal. And she's like, no, she's ridden it before, and that hadn't happened before. So, and I was like, you kidding me? And she had a very, very much a Karen vibe to her, like I'm gonna go report this, that you guys didn't do something, or that you guys aren't doing your job properly, you know. And it immediately gave me Karen vibes, because she had that attitude, kind of. And I was just like, and then she kind of just ran off. Like, she didn't say much more. I was just trying, and because I asked her, I was like, well, do you know where she was sitting at? You know, because I knew it was already kind of bull, that saying that, oh, her restraint was unlocked, because I'm like, trust me, if it was unlocked, she wouldn't have made it back. Like, trust me. I didn't say that, of course, but like, I was like, but you know, we still got to do our thing, and I was trying to get as much info as I could, so, because I knew I was gonna have to shut down at that point, because someone's reporting a restraint issue. Anytime a guest does that, we have to shut down, just as a precautionary measure, even if it is ridiculous, you know. Video idea how to make roads in Planko. I mean, I could do that. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but, you know, it would probably be a pretty quick video. But, I mean, I could do that, yeah. But, yeah, and so I had to go shut the ride down, and, told maintenance what was going on. I told maintenance, I was like, there's probably nothing wrong, but here's what's going on, and everything. So, we got that all checked up, and got the little girl's photo, because that's what they like sometimes, is for us to get a photo of the person from the photo booth, and then just so everything's documented and we have everything that we need just in case something happens, you know. And again, she kind of just left, and she probably went to guest relations and said, my daughter almost fell off the ride and they didn't do anything. She seemed like the vibe that was gonna do that. So I just made sure we were covered on our side. Like, no, they did do something. They shut down to check it out. And there was nothing wrong with the ride. So, but we shut down for that yesterday. That was great. And then we had a restraint that was locking up. So we locked out a row. That was the other thing we shut down for. I think that was the only 2 shutdowns we had yesterday. I could be wrong. There may have been another one, but was there? I think that was it, but we didn't have any super significant downtime or anything, so. And it was really slow, so. Yet someone said that earlier, that Poseidon's Fury is closing. Which sucks. I only got to experience it once, but I'm glad I got to experience it. So, because I definitely won't be getting out there before then. I don't think I will, so. It's not gonna happen. I wish it was. As the last few times I've gone, I don't even think it's been open, so. When I first rode it, I had no clue what it was, and I was pleasantly surprised about it. I was actually like, oh, this is pretty neat. And it was a pretty cool little attraction, so as long as they replace it with something really cool, or something better, maybe even a new ride, who knows, then, yeah. I mean, if Islands of Adventure gets another freaking insane ride, it's just not even fair. Like, they're so overstacked. Like, if you could only choose one Universal park there, if you're gonna go Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure, it's not even a contest. Islands of Adventure. All 5 trains Thursday. No, we'll be running 1 train. We're running 2 trains on Saturday, though. At least we're scheduled to. So, scheduled 2 trains on Saturday. I think we're 1 train all but Saturday. If I'm right. I mean, I can actually look at it right now if I wanted to. Got a missed call. Oh, that's just a scam call. That's all it was. Let's see. Thursday, 1 train. Friday, 1 train. Saturday, 2 trains. Sunday, 1 train. And Monday, 1 train. Yeah, Saturdays are only 2 train day. So I'm hoping it's busy enough for it. I hope. All right. Probably gonna head off here in a minute. So I got some fun stuff to do, and I'm kind of running out of things to do here. If I'm gonna be quite honest, like, I'm really trying to think of what other stuff I can do here. I might cover up this exit with some crates. Whoops. I'm just copying this one. Because I don't like the in-game exits. They make me angry. Because you can't retheme them. They're all just a sci-fi-ish theming looking thing that I don't like. Like, why did we make them look like that? Making me have to cover them up. But hey, theming, right? We'll change the color of this one to blue. Because why not? Make a roller coaster. I already did make some roller coaster. Time Traveler running 2 as minimum this year. Really? Does Time Traveler not run 1 train at all? Unless, obviously, there's like an issue with the other train. I mean, it makes sense. They only got 16 per train. But how you doing, Harley? Is my logic. See, but Outlaw's got more capacity, so 1 train on Outlaw almost equals 2 trains on Time Traveler or Powder Keg, so you know what I mean. Not to mention that Outlaw Run's got such a short ride cycle too, so like you can get through people a little bit quicker because the ride cycle's quick. As for like Powder Keg, it's got like a 2.5 minute long cycle time, you know, with only 16 per train. Yeah, it makes sense that they're going to be running 2 more often. And same with Time Traveler. Time Traveler's not a super long ride though. Silas, are you coming to the park Thursday? You sound like you are. I haven't seen you since last season, man. And Wildfire's got even more capacity than Outlaw. But again, Wildfire's cycle time's a little bit longer though. But Wildfire's got pretty significant amount more with 32 per train, so you know. You know. Bum, 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 bum. I do still like this billboard. Fun is on the way. Oh gosh, we got like a ton. Train cycle helps a lot. It does. Powder kept getting a big line. Powder kept getting a big line. Yeah, that's about usual. Stuck with one bleed for maintenance. Yeah. If Powder Keg has one, it's usually probably because of maintenance. That's one ride you don't usually want to have one train on unless it's like crazy dead. Time Traveler ever had a rollback? I mean, I think so. Yeah, I think there was during testing. I thought there was like, okay, there's like a mini rollback. Doesn't really count, but they had a couple failed relaunch attempts. I'm not trying to go into too much detail, Harley. Sorry. But like, if I remember right, there was like one time they tried to relaunch it a couple times, but it didn't work, so it just rolled back onto the launch. But it didn't get like a lot of speed or anything, if I remember right. But roll back on the loop. I don't think that's ever happened. You know what a rare rollback is? Powder Keg. It only happens once like every 6 years. That would be a rare and awesome rollback. I think they had one last year, but I can't remember. Rollbacks are normal though on launch coasters, you know. It happens, but like, you know. Harley's getting technical over here with LSMs. Very technical. Alright, let's get a good shot over here. Outlaw Runs had a rollback, not with people on it. It technically did the other day, from what I heard. It sounded like a pretty funny story. Not for maintenance, but like... my guy's not in there. But Outlaw Run kind of technically had a rollback. And it would have never happened with guest on it. It's actually kind of it would be impossible for with guest, but... I kind of like this shot. This is the kind of the shot we had for the thumbnail. So sometimes, you know, like say if you want to, the way Outlaw Run was designed, they made it to where you can use the drive wheels in the station or on the transfer, you can actually make it go backwards. And that's if they like, I don't know, if they, so say they can't send it around, they made it to where you can pull it back out on the transfer so they can still transfer the train off. However, the ramps, if you know Outlaw Run has these little ramps for the chain dogs that it goes over. Well, it can't go backwards, it can only go one way. So when they back the train up, they have to tie up the chain dogs underneath. Otherwise, it will catch on the ramps and damage the ramps, and it will get stuck, you know, on the ramp. So they have to tie the chain dogs up, or maybe they tied them up for some other reason. Well, maintenance forgot that the chain dogs were still up, I guess one day, and they sent the train out,
or dispatched the train, so it went up the lift and a little bit, and then it just rolled back because they had the dogs up. It sounded like it was a nightmare, so I thought it was kind of funny, but I tried not to laugh because maintenance probably didn't find it very funny. But I heard that happened while I was gone. And it's happened one other time, but I also wasn't there. That would have been funny to watch. It would have been super funny to watch, because just seeing it not even catch onto the lift, it would just go and then roll back. I don't know why they had the chain dogs up, but the one that had them up failed to tell the other maintenance guys that it was up. And so they dispatched it, and it just went and rolled back, and it took a long time for it to completely stop in between. So I don't know how exactly they got it out of there. Not entirely sure what they did to get it off, but they probably pulled the chain dogs down underneath, and then somehow pushed it to catch onto the lift, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? I'm no engineer or in maintenance. That's all I'll say about that. It was funny. Probably wouldn't have enough speed to make it back up to the station. Probably yeah, it valleyed between the station and the lift hill, and that little bend out of there. So I'm like, I'm sure that was fun. Yeah, I think they had a nightmare. Again, I don't know if it was a morning or at night or what happened or during downtime, but again, that would never happen with guests on it, of course. But it's happened before, but because there was another maintenance guy back in the day that did the exact same thing, and I've never seen it. Grand Expo Coaster River Valley. The only other story, I don't know how true this is, but there was, when they first started testing Outlaw, before it was ever cleared to have riders, I guess they thought it was ready to run cycles. I don't know how true this is. It would have been before the ride opened to the public ever, but I heard that it rolled back in the barrel roll, and it valleyed down there, which is a nightmare for maintenance, because for them to fix that is they have to disassemble the train and reassemble it in the shed, or the maintenance shed. But again, I don't know if that ever actually happened. I just heard that. It probably didn't actually happen, but man, you want a rare rollback, powder keg. That is one of the rarest rollbacks you'll ever get. I've never gotten a rollback on a launch coaster. I've never been on a rollback. I got really close on Top Thrill Dragster. I got so close. It went so slow, and a few trains ahead of us got one, and I was so jealous. And I thought we had it. It went so slow over the top. And that was actually my last ride on Top Thrill Dragster before they closed it. My last hydraulic launch Top Thrill Dragster experience, because of course obviously it's going to reopen in some way, shape, or form, but I was so close to a Top Thrill Dragster rollback, because it had multiple rollbacks too when they finally opened it. It opened 5 minutes before closing. It was closed all day, and it was having tons of rollbacks that last 5 minutes. Yeah, I've never had one myself either. I will say, I have gone, if you've ever, a really decent forceful launch is getting relaunched on launch 2 of Time Traveler. If you get stuck on the second launch and they relaunch you, it actually is pretty good. It's more forceful than the first launch. Because normally it's a rolling launch, but if it stops there, and they relaunch you, it's pretty good. I got to experience that in 2018.
one time. It stopped there, and I actually kind of cheered, because I was like, I bet they're going to be able to relaunch me, because I forgot the situation we had. And because you're going from 0 to 40, I think it's 45 or 46, I can't remember the second launch speed for some reason. But for some reason, launch 2, going from a stop, is pretty forceful, actually. I don't know what it is, but... because I think it has a better acceleration than the first launch. Like, you have to get to that speed a lot quicker. So I think that's what it is it has to get to that speed quicker. Because I think it's kind of shorter. It's also more inclined than the first launch, too. So it has more of a kick to it than the first launch. Because when it's a rolling launch, you're only gaining like 15 miles an hour. And not coming to a stop. So... yeah, that was a cool experience that I wish I would... that I'll probably never get to experience again, but... yeah, it's a shorter distance, so the acceleration's got to get up there quicker, and then it has a bit more of an angle to it, so... after that one, I had officially gotten stuck on every spot possible on Time Traveler, so... the station... the first launch 1, launch 2. My very first ride on Time Traveler, I got stuck on launch 1. Do you remember that, Harley? My very first ride on Time Traveler, we got stuck on the first launch for like, what was it, 10 minutes? And then they just relaunched us. That was my very first ride on it. And then I've been stuck on the final break. Unload station. Yeah, that was fun because they didn't have the magnets installed yet at the beginning, so the trains didn't rotate out right out of the station like they did in the at first. So they still had stuff they were working on. The mock engineers were so fun, though. Host event, and basically the whole team got left out on the... oh yeah, I remember that. That was fun. By the way, Harley, we should make sure there's a host event for Fire in the Hole this year. I keep forgetting to mention it at work, so while you're here, I want to mention it now. There needs to be a last ride host event, I think, to where all the hosts can get their last rides in on the original Fire in the Hole. At least I think that. If they're not already planning that, I think that's a good idea. Because we're going to be working. We're going to be working that last day, and since we're going to be working, we're not going to be able to get a chance to really get our last rides in, you know? And I want to try and get a ride in on that last day, if not a couple of rides. So I think that's a really cool idea if we could have some host ERT for the original Fire in the Hole at the end of the year. I know we're planning to do Night Water. Yeah, we are doing Night Water again. I'm excited for that. Yeah, definitely bring that up. I keep forgetting to bring it up when I'm at work. I think it'll be a good idea, and I think a lot of people would back me on that. Because I think it's a cool idea to allow our hosts from the whole park to be able to get their last rides on the original Fire in the Hole, so... I think that would be an awesome idea. Because I want to get my last rides in. I'm going to miss that ride. Definitely going to miss it. Been riding it since I was a little kid, because I've been riding it forever. And I can't wait for that new host lounge to open up behind Fireman's Landing. The largest host lounge in the world. You think he'll cry? I don't think I'll cry, but I'll be pretty sad. But hey, we still have Blazing Fury, which is basically the same ride, except slightly different themed. So if you ever want kind of a taste of the original Fire in the Hole, just go to Dollywood and ride Blazing Fury. It's the same ride, same layout. It just doesn't have the splashdown at the end. Every time I ride Blazing Fury, I'm expecting the splashdown, and it's just kind of a set of brakes, and I'm just like, oh, that just seems anticlimactic. 1880s IKEA? No. It's gotta be a new host lounge. That's what I was told. 1880s IKEA? I'd imagine they'll finally announce that in August, though. 5-story Dollar General. But there's a Dollar General right there! There's already a Dollar General about, like, 0.1 miles away from that. There's literally a Dollar General right there. Around the corner. Or are they closing that old one? Just for a 5-story, Dollar General. An employee at Fireman's Landing told you that. Love-hate relationship to Sword Art City. My closest park is Wild Adventures. Ooh, but I love the other parks so much. Man, Wild Adventures. I haven't been there, but pretty small, isn't it? It's like the smallest Hershey Park. Bum, bum, bum. Exciting, exciting. But okay, guys, I think I'm gonna head out for now, for tonight. At least for this. We'll be, oops. I don't know if I'll have another stream for this park or not. There's not really a whole really much left to do, and I think it's almost basically ready for Wendelverse, so I don't know if I'll have any more streams for this park in particular, but I might pop in and maybe if we do see some stuff, but Person to buy Kennywood. I mean, we already got Kentucky Kingdom, so. But alright, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little live stream, and we'll be back real soon for more, so. Wow. I mean, Wendelverse is actually really soon. It is really soon, actually. It is really soon. I'm still alive only for a few more seconds. But okay, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, have a great day and be cool tomorrow. And I will, of course, see you next time. Thanks, and goodbye. Bye. Bye.